I remember you saying that when you started doing something a little bit different, your high school became very judgy.
Oh, yeah.
They weren't exactly super supportive. But as a young person, how do you overcome the judgment of if you don't have the support of people around you?
Yeah. So I have like so many scenarios in my head of like sort of screwed up things that people would do or say or what they were. And I'll explain them. So when I was, let's just say 15 to 17, I don't exactly remember exactly what age, but I started my fitness page, which is now my Instagram, and it was called Jesse James Fitness. And, it has a little ring to it. It's like, it's clearly not my just name. It's like, oh, this brand that I'm trying to do, sell t-shirts, workout programs, whatever it might be. And obviously I said I had aspirations of being a YouTuber and all that stuff. And as you're in high school, at least in my high school, back then also, additionally, it was not as normal to try to start a YouTube. There was no TikTok, like Instagram and stuff. And they see this and they see me trying to do it. I have a good physique at this point. Like it's not even like I have no physique, no nothing.
A total wannabe fitness.
Yeah,
person.
It's not even like I'm really just trying to be a wannabe. I genuinely could already be in the industry, in my opinion. I have good genetics. Thank you, mom and dad. And at this point, I have like a few thousand maybe followers. And honestly, a lot of them are probably just from lacrosse. And I go to the pep rally of like freshmen, sophomore, junior, seniors. Everybody's at their own bleacher. There's doing tug of war, doing challenges, battle of the classes, it was called. And I'm a freshman at this time, I'm remembering now, or a sophomore, whatever. And the seniors all chant, Jesse James Fitness, Jesse James Fitness. And I'm standing there and I'm like, shit, okay, I can do two things here. I can look down and just like admit defeat and like let them win. And I'm not like that at all. Or I can keep my chin up. I can look at them. I can double bicep flex and say, what do you want? What do you want? So we were going out for tug of war, and that's when they were doing it. And I just look at them and I'm like, and I flex in my head, my soul. I'm like, I'm panicking. I'm uncomfortable. I'm so embarrassed. Like, there's the girls behind you that you want to date, the friends that you're making and all this stuff. And like, I'm trying to be cool and whatnot. But I'm like, I can't let them see that. Like, it's a poker face that I got to keep on, because at least I can win that. And I feel like I kept doing that for so long. I really did like partially not give a fuck, but also you'll always give a fuck. I still give a fuck. I get a hate comment now. If I get enough of them, I'm still going to give a fuck. I'm never not going to give a fuck. If you don't care, that's just because you don't have a desire in this anymore. And I remember I do the flex, we do the tug of war, whatever. And then in the hallways, they'd be like, Jesse James Fitness, what's up, man? And I'd be like, what's up, bro? What's up? Like, you know what? I'm on phase. I don't care. And I feel like people really started to pick up on that. And like, they're like, damn, this MFer is like not breaking. And these were like the junior or the grade above me or whatever, the cool kids. I called them the entitled kids. They very much were. No hate against them now. Everyone, no big deal. It made me who I was. But another time was a kid for Halloween. And he might even be watching this. I forgive you. It's okay. He dressed up as me. Hey, no, I'm kidding. He dressed up as me, and I remember seeing this, and I was like, "This is a new level I have to accept. Like, this is fucked." And honestly, like, I'll get into it more. So he dresses up in me. He has a fucking muscle suit on at a party. We're probably 16, 17. He was one of the kids that would like go drink with his friends. I drank a little when I was in high school, whatever. And I wasn't really a partier. I didn't have time. I was playing lacrosse every day, and I was like, I'm sitting at home seeing on my Instagram, and I'm like, wow. This fucker is dressing up as me right now. It says Jesse James Fitness. And like those things just like stick with you as like a driving motivation of like why I want to make it even more. It's almost like a trauma reaction. Like I was traumatized. My reaction is I'm going to win. You're not going to control me. I'm going to defeat you and everything in front of me. You're just a wall that I have to break through, And if I can't handle this, I don't deserve what I want. Like that was my mindset. And I saw that, I remember, and you know what's crazy is that now, probably a few months ago, he messaged, I would never name him, but he messaged me about my Michael Chandler collab. And he's like, dude, saw the Chandler collab. So sick. Great job. And I was like, huh, weren't you? And I was like, honestly, thank you.
It's one of those weird things about having a chip on your shoulder about stuff that happened in your past that maybe some kids knew or in reflection realized how much it might have impacted you. But a lot of the time, it's just kids being kids.
I know.
And that's very strange, right? Because the impact of something is so much greater than the like estimate of it. It hurts way more than what was thrown, if that makes sense. And that's a really strange thing, I think, for people, a circle for them to squat. How can it be the case that this person doesn't deserve for me to still bear a grudge against them? That hurt, and I remember. You still remember it now, nearly 10 years later.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
and it definitely stung for a while, but it's also like one of the things that, for some reason, and I'm gonna assume that it's from my mom, the way she raised me and always like hyped me up in a way where she believed in me before I believed in me, and she believed in me so much that I ended up believing in myself in everything. I weirdly believe in myself for things I shouldn't believe in myself for. I'm like, I could be a musician if I wanted. Let's be real, Jesse. You're a little tone deaf. But like, you know what I mean? Like, I had that mindset that's ingrained in me, and from a young age. So seeing those things happen, and then she would kind of she'd be like the backbone. She'd be like, you can't let this affect you. Like, in reality, this is not doing anything. It's really not doing anything. The only thing I could do is hurt you, and then you're just stopping yourself from doing anything because it's in your head. Like, no one else is seeing that and going, you know what? I'm not gonna support Jesse because that kid wore a muscle suit. Like that shit doesn't exist. It's all how we perceive it. So having that like backbone and belief in my body that my mom instilled me from a young age, I feel like is one of the reasons that I am in the position I am, where I have so much unconditional belief in myself that I tell people that if you believe in yourself, like, and you actually believe, not just like, oh, I believe in myself because I was told by Chris and Jesse on a podcast too. Like, if you genuinely believe in yourself, you are 75% already there towards your goals. Like, you will accomplish them. If you believe yourself, put in the work, it's done.
In other news, this episode is brought to you by AG1. Over the span of about a year, I tried pretty much every green strength that I could find, trying to work out which one was best, and I came across AG1 and have stuck with it for over 3 years because it is the most comprehensive, highly tested, and rigorously formulated on the market. AG1's formulation is built to improve your health, not just when you take it for a week, but when you take this every single day for years, and that is why I've stuck with it. Since 2010, they've improved their formula 52 times in the pursuit of making the best foundational nutrition supplement possible through high-quality ingredients and rigorous standards. There's a 90-day money-back guarantee, so you can buy it completely risk-free, use it every single day for 3 months, and if you do not like it, they'll just give you your money back. So, if you want to replace your multivitamin and more, start with AG1. Right now, you can get a year's free supply of vitamin D3 and K2, plus 5 free AG1 travel packs, and that 90-day money-back guarantee by going to the link in the description below or heading to drinkag1.com/modernwisdom. That's drinkag1.com/modernwisdom. Thank you very much for tuning in. If you enjoyed that clip with Jesse, you'll love the full-length conversation right here. Go on.